Greetings! Mentor79 here, and welcome back to another deck profile video for Cardfight Vanguard Deer Days! Alrighty, let's get started. Pressing the A button now. Loading game and proceeding. Here we are in the main menu, off to edit deck menu. And now in today's video, the deck profile I'm going to be making one for is a Dark States, Purgatory, Dragon, Deity, Favrneel, D-BT07. Alrighty, let's get started. So going to edit deck, entering edit deck, and off we go. Here we are in the edit deck menu. And like I just mentioned before, the deck I'm building today's deck profile video is a Dark States, Purgatory, Dragon, Deity, Favrneel deck, made up of cards only available up until D-BT07. Okie dokie, let's get started. Going to filter settings and to pack, show only cards from D-BT01, Genesis of the 5 Greats, D-BT02, Brush the Legends, D-BT03, Advance of Intertwined Stars, D-BT04, Awakening of Chakrabarti, D-BT05, Shrine for Return of Brave Heroes, Festival Collection 2021, Festival Collection 2022, Pro Pack number 1, D-BT06, Blazing Dragon Reborn, and D-BT07, Raging Flame against Emerald Storm. Applying filter, filters applied. Let's get started. First up, the Great 3. And now for the Ride deck. For the cards in this Ride deck, we are playing Grade 3, Purgatory, Dragon, Deity, Favrneel. Skills, first skill, continuous. You may only have one Purgatory, Dragon, Favrneel in your deck. Second skill, auto, as a Vanguard. At the beginning of your main phase, your opponent chooses one of their rear guards and retires it. If you do not ride this turn, this unit gets plus 10,000 power, plus 1 critical. Third skill, auto, as a Vanguard. When your opponent's rear guards retired during your turn, cost, put a card from hand into soul. If the cost is paid, draw a card. And the fourth skill, auto, as a Vanguard, once per turn. At the end of battle, this unit attacked. If the sum of the grades of Dark States cards in your soul is 13 or more, cost, Counterblast 2. If the cost in play, stand this unit, and this unit gets drive -1 till end of turn. Alrighty, the Grade 3, Purgatory, Dragon, Deity, Favrneel, 1 in the Ride deck. Up next, the Grade 2, Diabolos Anger Richard. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, cost, put a rear guard into your soul. If the cost in paid, draw a card. Second skill, continuous as a rear guard. If you are in Final Rush, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. Okie dokie, the Grade 2, Diabolos Anger Richard. We have 1 in the Ride deck. Next up, the Grade 1, Diabolos Bad Steve. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, choose a card from Soul and call it to your back row center rear guard circle and Soul Charge 1. Second skill, continuous as a rear guard. If you are in Final Rush, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. Affirmative, the Grade 1, Diabolos Bad Steve, 1 in the Ride deck. And then the Grade 0, Uncanny Burning. Skill, auto. When this unit is rode upon, if you went second, draw a card. Confirm, the Grade 0, Uncanny Burning, 1 in the Ride deck. And with that, we've covered the deck's Ride deck. Next, let's get on to the Grade 3 lineup. And now for the Grade 3 lineup. For the Grade 3s in this deck, we are playing the Grade 3, Reaper in the Shadows, Zealmort. Skill, action as a rear guard. Cost, Counterblast 1 and put this unit into your soul. If the cost in pay, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card from among them, call to rear guard, put the rest into your soul. Alright, the Grade 3, Reaper in the Shadows, Zealmort, we have 4 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 3, Execution Dragon, Vorpal Dragon. Skills, first skill, action as a rear guard, once per turn. Cost, Soul Blast 2. If the cost in paid, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. Second skill, auto as a rear guard. When this unit attack hits, if the conditions have been met, you can Soul Charge 2. Already, the Grade 3, Execution Dragon, Vorpal Dragon, we have 4 in the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's Grade 3 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 2 lineup. And now, for the Grade 2 lineup. For the Grade 2s in this deck, we are playing the Grade 2, Selfish Engraver. Skills, first skill, auto as rear guard. When this unit attack hits, you may Soul Charge 1. Second skill, auto as a rear guard. At the end of battle, this unit attacks. if your soul has 10 or more cards. Cost, put this unit into your soul. If the cost and paid, countercharge 1. Alrighty, the Grade 2 Suction Graver, we have 4 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 2 Crimson Expeller. Skills, first skill, auto as a rear guard. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may soul charge 1. Second skill, action from the soul. Cost, counterblast 1 and put this card into drop. If the cost and paid, soul charge 1, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets plus 10,000 power until end of turn. Okie dokie, the Grade 2 Crimson Expeller, we have 3 in the deck. Next, the Grade 2 Steam Mage Ashurda. Skills, first skill, continuous as a Guardian. If your soul has 7 or more cards, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield. Second skill, auto. When this unit is retired from the Guardian Circle, you may put this card into soul. Affirmative, the Grade 2 Steam Mage Ashurda, we have 3 in the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's Grade 2 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 1 lineup. And now for the Grade 1 lineup. For the Grade 1s in this deck we are playing, the Grade 1 Steam Battler Gunram. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, soul charge 1. Second skill, action as a rearguard once per turn. Cost, soul blast 3. If the cost and paid, draw a card. Alrighty, the Grade 1 Steam Battler Gunram, we have 4 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 1 Brainwash Swirler. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, soul charge 1. Second skill, auto as a rearguard. When your card is put into your soul by soul charge, if your Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn, plus 10,000 power if soul charge 2. Okie dokie, the Grade 1 Brainwash Swirler, we have 4 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 1 Repel Malice Dragon. Sentinel, perfect guard. Skills, first skill, continuous sentinel. You may only have up to 4 cards of continuous sentinel deck. Second skill, auto. When this unit is put in the Guardian Circle, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. If your hand has 2 or more cards, choose a card from hand and discard it. Affirmative, the Grade 1 Repel Malice Dragon, we have 3 in the deck. And next, the Grade 1 Blitz Order Elementaris Sanctitude. Skills, first skill, continuous sentinel. You may only have up to 4 cards of continuous sentinel deck. Second skill, continuous. You may only have 1 Elementaris Sanctitude in the deck. Third skill, order. If your opponent's Vanguard has triple drive, this ability can be played without paying the cost. Place of a cost of, discard a card from hand if your Vanguard is Grade 3 or less. If the cost and paid, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. Remove this card. And confirm the Grade 1 Elementaris Sanctitude. We have 1 in the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's Grade 1 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 0 lineup. And now for the trigger lineup. For the triggers in this deck, we are playing the Grade 0 Hades Dragon Deity Resentment Gamma Held Overtrigger. Skill, trigger, additional effect. You get during your turn, all of your Vanguards gets plus 10,000 power, plus 1 critical until end of fight. And the Grade 0 Hades Dragon Deity Resentment Gamma Held Overtrigger, we have 1 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 0 Flinty Slasher Critical Trigger, we have 3 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 0 Stem Deviate Dragon Critical Trigger. Skill, auto as a rear guard. At the end of battle, this unit boosted. Cost, put this unit into soul. If the cost and paid, choose one of your units, and it gets plus 2,000 power until end of turn. And alright, the Grade 0 Stem Deviate Dragon Critical Trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Up next, the Grade 0 Roost Swapmaster Riley Draw Trigger. Skill, continuous as a Guardian. If your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield. Okie dokie, the Grade 0 Roost Swapmaster Riley Draw Trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 0 Incorruptible Holy Light Euphia Heal Trigger. Skill, auto. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, if your opponent's attacking unit has attacked 2 or more times this turn, this unit gets plus 15,000 shield until end of battle. Active if this battle's second attack this turn or more. Affirmative, the Grade 0 Incorruptible Holy Light Euphia Heal Trigger, we have 2 in the deck. And next up, the Grade 0 Brilliant Floral Eugenia Heal Trigger. Skill, auto. When this unit is put in Guardian Circle, if the attacking unit's critical is 2 or greater, its critical is increased by a non-trigger effect ability, or its original critical is 2 or greater, this unit gets plus 15,000 shield until end of battle. Confirm, the Grade 0 Brilliant Floral Eugenia Heal Trigger, we have 2 in a deck. And with that, we've covered the deck's trigger lineup. And with that, the deck's been built. Card effects explained. For the cards in this deck, we have 4 Grade 3 Reaper in the Shadows Zilmort. 4 Grade 3 Execution Dragon Vorpal Scythe Dragon. 1 Grade 3 Purgatory Dragon Deity Favrneel. 4 Grade 2 Selfish Engraver. 3 Grade 2 Crimson Expeller. 3 Grade 2 Steam Mage Ashurda. 1 Grade 2 Diabolos Anger Richard. 4 Grade 1 Steam Battler Gunram. 4 Grade 1 Brainwash Swirler. 3 Grade 1 Repelled Malice Dragon. 1 Grade 1 Elementara Sanctitude. 1 Grade 1 Diabolos Bad Steve. 1 Grade 0 Uncanny Burning starting unit. And for the triggers in this deck we have 1 Damage Held over trigger. 7 critical triggers. 4 draw triggers. And 4 heal triggers. Alrighty, that's pretty much the deck build and the card effects. Next, let's get on to testing out the deck. And here we are in the main menu, going to test out the deck, so heading over to fight menu, selecting CPU fight, selecting the deck we just showcased, the Dark States, Purgatory, Dragon Deity, Favrneel, D-BT07 deck, and okie dokie, selecting deck, choosing my opponent for this fight. I'm gonna test it out on is Brent Gates, Taiji Arakawa, normal difficulty, and click. The battle begins. Let's get started. And here we are in the fight. Gonna decide who goes first. So, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, I lose, going second. Drawing our starting hands, I got myself a heal trigger, 2 gun rams, an over trigger, and a Crimson Expeller. Alright, holding on to all normal units, redrawing triggers, redraw. Yes! Brainwash Swirler and Execution Dragon, not too bad. My opponent goes first, he rides to Grade 1. And after him, regardless of place, Emma and Eva skill searches for Experiment Successful, adding it to hand. Discarded the heal trigger for the right deck cost. My turn, stand and draw. Alright, I ride from the right deck, Diabolos Bad Steve. For the right deck cost, let's see. I should prioritize soul charging since Favrneel requires I have grades of up to 13 in my soul, so which should I hold on to? I guess I'll hold on to all my normal units, just discarding the trigger, stem, deviate, discard, and ride! Diabolos Bad Steve. Skill of my starting unit, Uncanny Burning, drawing 1 card. Draw! Critical trigger again, come on. I activate Bad Steve's skill. Superior Calling from the Soul, Matt. To the back row. Soul Charge 1, Soul Charge, yes! Got a Grade 2 Ashurda. 2 grades down, 11 more to go. Next, I call Gunram to rear guard. Call Gunram skill. Soul Charge 1. Come on, the high grade card. Yes, Grade 3. 5 down, 8 to go. Should I go all in or save my hand? My opponent has 1 order card in hand. So, better play it safe for now. Going to battle phase. Gunram attacks the Vanguard, 8k. The attack goes through, and boom! 1 damage. Damage check. Yes, no trigger for Solar Ride. 1 less card to worry about. Boosted by Uncanny Burning. Vanguard to Vanguard, 14k. The attack goes through. Drive check. Yes, a draw trigger. Lucky me. Draw card and power up. Drew another trigger. Not good. And boom! 1 damage. Damage checked. No trigger. Grade 2. 1 less card to worry about. End of my turn. My opponent's turn. My opponent rides to grade 2. Smooth research progress ever. Skill, searching deck for experiment successful. Adding it to hand and deploying 1 experiment successful to the order zone. Skill the order card. And calling the grade to the rear guard. Bubble Mine. Vanguard to Vanguard. 10k. No guard. Gonna take it. Drive check. Ah, for Solar Ride. Lucky him. 1 damage. Ow. Damage check. Yes, heal trigger. I heal 1 point of... Nope, I cannot heal. I'll just give the power to... tough choice. Give it all to Gungram, I guess. And Bubble Mine attacks the Vanguard. 8k. No guard. Gonna take it. Ow. Damage check. No trigger. Perfect guard. Ah, that's not good. And then my opponent's turn. My turn. Stand and draw. Oh, come on. I drew another critical off the deck. Seriously? Fine, whatever. I ride from the right deck. Diablos Anger Richard. I discard a draw trigger for the right deck cost. Discard and ride Richard. Skill of Richard. I move. Matt. Hold on. Put a rear guard to soul, draw a card, so there's no point in putting a grade 0 into soul since my Favrneel counts the grades in the soul, so I'm just gonna move Gungram into the soul, and draw a card. Yes, grade 3. Next, I call Crimson Expeller to the rear guard. Call. And then I call, Gungram to, which side should I call it to? I'll call Gungram to the left side. Call. Skill Gungram. Soul Charge 1. Come on, something good. Soul Charge. Yes, great 1. Total grades now. Let's see. 1, 3, 6, 7, and 8. 8 down, 5 to go. Okie dokie. Should I call Brainwash or save it? I think I'm gonna play it safe again. Go into battle phase. First, Gungram attacks Bubble Mine. 8k to 8k. The attack goes through. And boom! 1 less rear guard to worry about. Now Expeller attacks the Vanguard. 10k to 10k. Skill of Expeller. Soul Charge 1. Come on, a high grade card. Soul Charge. Great 1. The attack goes through and boom! 1 damage. Damage check. Ah, critical trigger, lucky him. 10k to Vanguard, critical up. Boosted by Uncanny Burning, Vanguard to Vanguard. 16k, 1 trigger attacks. The attack goes through. Drive check. No trigger. The attack fails, so that's the end of my turn. My opponent's turn. My opponent rides to grade 3. Fountain of Knowledge Ever. Skill of Tech 10, they discard it. Searching the top cards of his deck, nothing happens. He sets another experiment successful to the order zone. Skill of experiment successful. Draws and drops. Skill of Vanguard Ever. Pays the cost and draw and powering up. He calls Tech 10 to the rear guard. Vanguard to Vanguard, 18k. Skill of the Vanguard, he pays a cost 2, superior call, obscure lead to the rear guard. Obscure skill, plus shield, and not gonna block the Vanguard, let it go through. He drive checks first, no trigger, grade 1, Audion, and second check. Ah, draw trigger, lucky him. Giving power 2, obscure lead, 1 damage to me. Here it comes. Ow! Damage check. Critical trigger. I give all effects to... tough choice. I give it all to Crimson Expeller, I guess. All effects to Crimson Expeller, protecting my rear guard. Taking Soul Charge, and... Vanguard. Skill. Power up, that's 33k. No, 28k. No guard. Here it comes. Ow! Damage check. No trigger. Brainwash Swirler. 1 final attack from Tech 10. Guard with a draw trigger, 5k shield, guard. And the attack is blocked. Ka-chink, safe. End of my opponent's turn, my turn. Stand and draw. I ride from the right deck, Purgatory, Dragon, Deity, Favrneel. Favrneel skill. I discard a critical trigger and ride. Right deck cost paid. I activate Favrneel skill. Retire one rear guard and skill of Favrneel. When a rear guard is retired, I can place a card from hand into soul. I put This is a tough choice. Number of grades in my soul are 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 more grades to go, so putting the grade 2 Selfish Engraver into soul. And draw. Perfect guard. Sweet. Then I'm going to move Gung Ram to the back and calling Vorpal Sight Dragon and Brainwash Swirler. Call. Swirler skill. Soul Charge 1. Soul Charge. Grade 3. Sweet. Swirler skill. And power added. Total grades now, it's 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 15. I have the appropriate amount of grades in my soul to restand my Vanguard with its own skills, so... And let's see, should I activate any more skills or... Nope, that should do it. On to the battle phase. First up, boosted by Gung Ram, my Vorpal Sight Dragon attacks the rear guard obstacle lead. 21k. Vorpal Sight skill, if its attack hits, I can soul charge 2. The attack goes through, slash, 1 less rear guard to worry about. Vorpal Sight skill. I soul charge 2, 1, 2. And then here comes my Brainwash Swirler skills. Plus power and plus power. Looking good there. Then not gonna activate my Favrneel skill. Next, Favrneel unboosted attacks the Vanguard. 13k. The attack goes through. Twin Drive. First check. No trigger. Crimson Expeller. Second check. Come on. Ah, no trigger again. 1 damage. Boom. Damage check. Yes, no trigger. Safe. Activating my Vanguard skill. Counter Blast 2. Counter Blast. And restand Vanguard, minus drive. Boosted by Uncanny Burning, my Vanguard attacks the Vanguard, 19k. He double guards, 33k. Over trigger to pass. Drive check. No trigger, another Crimson Expeller, not good. Attack fails, but now, boosted by Brainwash Swirler, Expeller attacks the Vanguard, 33k. Expeller skill, Soul Charge 1. Soul Charge, critical trigger, come on. Adding power. Power up. The attack goes through. Boom, 1 damage. Damage check. Critical trigger, trigger wasted. Lucky draw for me. Trigger effects wasted, and that's the end of my turn. My opponent's turn. Here comes the Persona Ride, I knew that was coming. He Persona Rides Eva, and he sets another experiment successful. Third one in the order zone. Skill, with the third one out, he can bind a rear guard. He binds my back row Uncanny Burning, and he calls a obstacle lead. Obstacle lead to Vanguard. Skill, adding power. Let's see, his Vanguard can Superior Call another card later, so I should save my guards for the upcoming attack. Let's hope I get lucky with a trigger. No guard. Ow! Damage check. No trigger, assured up. Vanguard the Vanguard, 23k. Oh, he's not Superior Calling. Alright, better play it safe. I can't risk the chance of him getting a trigger, so perfect guard with Repel Malice Dragon. For the perfect guard cost, I am discarding Crimson Expeller. Perfect guard activated. First check, no trigger. Second check, Critical trigger. Yes, wasted a trigger. Trigger effects wasted, and attack is blocked. Ka-chink. Safe. It's my opponent's turn, my turn. Stand and draw. Skipping right phase to main phase. Favrneel skill, he cannot retire anything, so... Oh, he can retire one obsolete. Power up the Vanguard, and... Critical the Vanguard. Not gonna activate the other skill when that's activated when the rear guard's retired, so... I'm just gonna call Brainwash Swirler to rear guard. Call! Swirler skill. Adding power. Soul charge. Power up. Power up. And power up. Looking good there. And next, let's see. In my soul, there are 13 cards, so I have 3 triggers. Should I use its skill to draw 1 card? My opponent has 7 cards, 8 cards in hand, but chance he'll survive next turn. I better play it safe. Activating Gungram skill, Soul Blasting 3 grade 0s from my soul. 1, 2, 3, Soul Blast! And draw 1 card. Draw! Grade 3, I call Gungram to the rear guard, maybe? Should I? Calling Gungram! Gungram skill, Soul Charge 1. And... Soul Charge! Skill Brainwash Swirler plus 5,000 power. Another 5,000. Power up complete, and I think that's it for my main phase. It's time to head over to the battle phase. First, my Favrneel unboosted attacks the Vanguard, 23k. He double guards, 33k. 38k, 2 to pass, first check. No trigger. Second check. Yes, draw trigger. Just what I needed. I give all effects to Vorpal Sight Dragon. The attack fails, but now here comes my Favrneel skill. Counter Blast 2. 1 and 2, Counter Blast. Restand Vanguard, -1 drive. Boosted by Brainwash Swirler, Crimson Expeller attacks the Vanguard, 28k. Skill of Expeller, Soul Charge 1. Soul Charge, plus 5,000 power to both my Brainwash Swirlers. Power up, and power up. This attack is now at 33k. He double guards, 38k, just barely enough. Okie dokie, let's get going to the next attack. Boosted by Brainwash Swirler in the center. My Vanguard attacks the Vanguard. 46k, 2 criticals, 1 drive. He perfect guards. He discards for the perfect guard cost. A Persona Ride, nuts. Drive check. No trigger, assured up. The attack may have failed, but I got 1 more attack left to work with. Boosted by Gungram. My Vorpal Sight attacks the Vanguard, 31k. The attack goes through, and slash! 1 damage. Damage check. No trigger, 6 damage. I win. That was a pretty okay match. I got to try the cards in this deck and make it work pretty well, so I got win, attack 40,000 more power, perfect guarded, 6 turns passed, did a superior call, retired 5 more opposing units, and drew 3 more times in 1 turn. I got 1800 BP, total 329,175 PP. Pressing A to go next. Here we are in the fight menu, leaving fight menu, going back to main menu, and onto edit deck menu. With that, the deck's been built, card has explained, and I just finished testing the deck out in front of you. So first I want to say is, thank you to the viewers for watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos I plan to upload in the near future. I'll also be able to show support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my videos and channel. And with that I say, goodbye.